from Cornwall, where the 2010 P1 Superstock Championship is getting revved up and ready to rumble at the Penzance Grand Prix of the Sea. It all kicks off here in Penzance, Cornwall's pirate capital, where in days of old, buccaneers would wreak havoc on the seven seas and then return to shore for a good old knees-up. A bit like what's in store here this weekend. There are two boat classes in P1 Superstock. The Honda-powered 150 here is a fast racing machine, but it can be used for fishing and water skiing. However, if you try water skiing off the back of this 80 miles an hour 300-powered engine, well, you'll come in for quite a shock, because these are the thoroughbred racers of the fleet. The one to watch, the boat to catch in the 300s, is Heights of Abraham. Now, I hear you're the hot shot to win this championship, is that right?
Well, I hope so. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be very interesting. I think you'll find there's still quite a few quick people out there. It won't just be me.
And who are you going to be keeping your eye on out there?
I think the Maurice Lacroix chaps will be doing very well. I think Evans Heritage.
Well, our number one driver, Reese, he wasn't able to make it this weekend, so Hayden gave me a call towards the end of the week and said, Johnny, we'll probably need you.
How are you feeling at this moment?
A mixture of excitement and apprehension, really. Start of a new season, new engine on the boat, it handles very differently. Number two driver in the chair this weekend. We want to obviously we want to be competitive, but we want a good, safe race, and that's what I want from Johnny.
Well, the time for talking is now over, unless, of course, you're Ben Edwards. Let's get out on the water for the first race.
Well, here we are, building up for the first 300 class race of the season. Absolutely beautiful conditions off Penzance in Cornwall, and the boat's lining up ready for the start. The green flag, and we're underway. Riding on board with Maurice Lacroix, with Michael and Stephen Baggs, and they've got a pretty good getaway, but here comes Heights of Abraham. Oh, there's a bit of brotherly love already on board there between Michael and Stephen as they disagree about which way to go. But it's been a great start by Heights of Abraham, Rupert Pugh and Dan Wapples, but these guys are going to keep pushing. In fact, they've got back past them. Lots of instructions coming from Stephen as to how to drive the boat, but it's Michael behind the wheel at the moment.
Big swirls, big hole.
Around the turn, looking good. Here we are on board, second place, Heights of Abraham.
Hold that line, go to speed, go to speed.
Dan giving some instructions there. Rupert, pretty experienced in big boats, but remember, for all these guys, it's a new experience. They've got this new 300 horsepower Mercury outboard engine, so it's something they've all got to get to grips with. Back on board with Maurice Lacroix. The Baggs brothers have retaken that lead. This is a real ding-dong battle between these two. And as both crews get used to these revised boats, you can really get a sense of the pounding that the body takes as well. Conditions are not bad, a little choppy in some places. And Rupert Pugh, oh,
I missed it, sorry, bro.
They've gone the wrong way.
We've got it.
Oh, that's handed a huge advantage to Heights of Abraham. That was a big navigational mistake by the Baggs brothers.
So can Maurice Lacroix recover?
Where's everybody else?
We're second.
Yeah, but where is everybody?
Say, bro, hang on.
There go the fuel girls and the black boats, and they're being lapped. There's Rough Gut Racing. Oh, lots of air.
Let's go back to Ben.
This is the battle for second place.
Shiest Evans is overtaking us.
I can't hear.
Evans is on the outside.
Right, okay.
Maurice Lacroix keeping a close eye on Evans Heritage.
There's some holes as you exit.
some holes as you exit, is the comment, as they try to find a little bit of smoother water, but Evans going well here. Johnny 12 Trees standing in for Rhys Evans this weekend, and he's putting in a fine performance.
Let's see what happens in the closing stages.
Maurice Lacroix seems to have problems. There's Rothcutt moving into third. Heights of Abraham heading for victory.
So it's a win for Heights of Abraham. Evans are in second, and Rothcutt Racing have snatched third from Maurice Lacroix. Next up, the 150s. Who's going to have the sun shining down on them? Premier Crew could sparkle.
I think I was just thinking, this year it's going to be very, very close championship. It feels like the last 2 years we've raced, our first year we were complete novices, didn't know what we were doing, and we finished 5th. And we had a good season. Last year we had an excellent season as well.
Beware the Mermaid, the boat crewed by David Hobson and his bride-to-be Kirsty Clark.
We've got to build and improve. Last season I think we started about 8 races and only managed to finish 2. So the plan this year is to actually get on and finish all the races, would be good, and improve and get better and get up onto the podium.
It's back to Ben as they hit the start.
And the 150 class gets underway. It's a good initial advantage for Premier Crew. On board with Mermaid. Some choppy conditions out there. Team Fox are winning that battle for second. And Team Fox catching the race leaders now. Premier Crew under pressure. Oh, he's been thrown out of the seat. 17 stone landing on the driver. GSS Mermaid are making the hay while the sun shines. Up into second place. Oh, Kirsty, where are you going? Did David press the eject seat or what? Team Fox struggling a little bit. Eclipse up to third. Rose Lores and Sarah Curtin going well on board Eclipse. Premier Crew have dominated since the start of this race. John Wilson and Neil Scarborough are going to take victory in the 150 class.
Catching the eye on the seafront are the Fuel Girls. They're a rock and roll, dance and stunt show, but they're here to race. They're new to the sport, never been in a boat before this. By night, they breathe flames, but by day, by race 1, their boat has lost its fire.
First race was a bit of a bummer when the screw came loose, but it was nothing broke, so it was easily repaired.
Repairs are done and the Fuel Girls are back on the line for race 2 of the 300s. Ben's there too.
So, Heights of Abraham looking for 2 wins out of 2 races. Let's see how Rupert gets on as we prepare for the start. We're off. It's all calm to start with, but will it stay as calm on board this boat as the race continues? Well, Heights of Abraham making a good start at the bottom of the picture there, but watch out for Evans. Here we are on board with Johnny 12 Trees and Hayden Evans. And we've also got to watch Maurice Lacroix. Michael is not with his brother Stephen Baggs this time. Rose Lores has taken over the navigator's seat. The Heights of Abraham with the initial advantage. Maurice Lacroix pretty tight going down towards the first mark though. Stephen Baggs got injured in that first race, and that's why Rose has replaced him for this. Rose has been driving herself this weekend in the 150 class, but she's navigating in the Maurice Lacroix boat. But we're back on board with Evans, with Johnny and Hayden And indeed, looking as they come through the turn there, it is Evans that have taken that advantage and looking to take their first win of the weekend. But we're still in the early stages here. Look at the boats just skimming the top of the water. If you get it right, the boat is barely in the water, but it doesn't want to be in the air too long either.
Keep it going. Drive it around, drive it around. That's good. Keep it going, hold that, hold it, come on.
Rupert no longer racing with his wife alongside. That's because she's pregnant, so perhaps it's not such a good time to be bouncing around in one of these fast and powerful boats. He's challenging for the lead though. Here comes Rupert with Heights of Abraham, really going on the attack now. Lovely looking trim from that boat. Really skimming the surface of the waves into the turn, and Rupert just ahead of Johnny 12 Trees. So it's Heights of Abraham ahead of Evans Heritage.
Go, 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 go.
And Dan still encouraging his man.
Looks like he dumps the power on the corner, gets it round and then floors it. Yep.
Assessing the technique of their rivals. He dumps the power around the corner and then accelerates out. And they're still all learning the technique with these new engines. Looking for the speed out of the corner, and that's what Johnny's doing. Heights of Abraham, a slightly wider line, but it's still working for Rupert as well. Which one is going to come out on top?
Come on, drive it around, go, 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 go. Come on, keep pushing, he's behind you.
Navigator needs eyes at the back of his head. Shark, Stuart Cureton and Andy Wilby being lapped. Maurice Lacroix on a charge, trying to chase down second place. Look at Rupert Pugh, he is literally flying. Oh, Johnny, you don't want to make mistakes like that. Maurice Lacroix definitely getting closer in that battle for second. Johnny 12 Trees under pressure. It's the run towards the line. Who's it going to be? They're side by side. And Maurice Lacroix just takes second place by a fraction from Evans Heritage.
What a finish for second. But here's the boat they can't catch, Heights of Abraham. It's 2 wins out of 2 for them, maximum championship points.
We had to work hard to begin with to get in that pole position, and then just keep working hard to keep that position.
But basically, we started off going into the corners too quick. That was the problem. And when we realised everyone was going in a bit slower than us, we copied that, and it soon worked for us.
It's worked out too for Michael Baggs and his stand-in navigator, Rose Larez.
So my brother, he hurt his back in the first race, and he's been, he was soldiering on, and then 10 minutes before we were due to go out, he just said, in all honesty, I can't go. And we thought we were going to have to call it a day, and then Rose stepped in, she was standing there and said, well, I'll come, and we literally hopped in and went. And
Well, he's been checked by the medics, he's perfectly fine, so there's nothing to worry about there. Evans don't need medics, they need mechanics. Johnny, so great of you to take your top off for me. What a fantastic display on the water and on land.
Well, it wasn't so good because we got overtaken last minute, so just before the checkered flag, which is disappointing. But I'll end up with the race's excuses here that we had fault codes and bits out the bottom of the hull. So the last 3 laps, I don't know what was happening. We were just not going as well as we should.
So here's a check on race 2 for the 300s. Heights of Abraham out in front, Maurice Lacroix second, and Evans with all their problems slipping back to third. This is just the start. That's it for P1 Superstock for the moment, but we're back with more action after the break. Welcome back to the Grand Prix of the Sea here in Penzance. Let's catch up with the action both on and off the water. The 150s are ready to go. Our Premier crew ready to make it 2 wins out of 2?
We're going to have a damn good go. You know, I mean, the conditions favour us, a little bit choppy, and being a heavier crew, we can keep the boat much more level in the water more easily, so more of the power can go into keeping us going forward.
Where's the challenge coming from? Team Fox are ready to chase. A bruised shoulder for driver Martin Colligan and a broken steering wheel for the boat, thanks to his onboard bash, stopped them last time.
Well, we're hoping we get a better start than we did on the first race, so if we get a better start and get on the front grid and then just try and hold position.
The boats are lining up for the second 150 class race of the weekend, and Premier crew looking for 2 wins in 2 races. Can they hold on? It goes green. We're under race conditions, and in the middle of the pack they're all jostling about. We're on board with GSS Mermaid. Still looking pretty bouncy out there. Kirsty keeping a close eye on where the rivals are, and Premier crew deciding to take a slightly different line down towards the first mark, out in front and away from their opponents. Eclipse taking things, I think, a little steady here. They had an engine mount problem in the first race. On board with Team Fox. And it's all looking pretty tight in that battle for second and third places. David and Kirsty with GSS Mermaid battling on the outside. Here we are with them. Oh, and David just catches the wave a little wrong. Has to do a lot of correcting. Kirsty stays in her seat this time. She had a big moment earlier on in that first race, but they're still there in second place. It's Premier crew out in front. John Wilson and Neil Scarborough once again showing some class here. Now, back with Team Fox. You can see, getting past Mermaid in the background. Gideon's really pushing Martin on here in boat 8. Back on board with them. That first race, Gideon landed on the steering wheel and actually did some damage to the steering wheel as a result of coming out of his seat. But this is a really tight battle for second place. GSS Mermaid still there. Good call from the navigator. Got to be the eyes and ears for the driver. Gideon really firing Martin up here. Looking good. Fantastic job by Gideon, just keeping his man on target. And really pushing to hold on to that second place. Here we are with Mermaid, with David and Kirsty. And they've got a good margin in third. St Michael's Mount looks resplendent in the sunshine.